سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. الحمد لله رب العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله. Alhamdulillah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given us another chance so we can come together in these very special meetings that we come the night of Jumu'ah and try to do our best so we can comprehend and we can reflect upon the topic that we mentioned today in the Jumu'ah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. And alhamdulillah, I'm missing everyone since we stopped the 2 days almost for the lectures, Wednesday and Thursday. But Allah knows that I was missing each and every one. And alhamdulillah, so happy that I came back to see my brothers and sisters. And also another reason, alhamdulillah, today for my happiness, I can see my brother Ahsanullah had returned, alhamdulillah, safely from his country. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him. And we were missing him so much. So our happiness today is double. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase our happiness and bless all our community members. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. And today, the topic was something that we didn't get used to talk about our elders and respecting our elders, taking care of the weak and poor and needy, widows, orphans. And as I mentioned today in the Jumu'ah, that some people think, that it's modern, right? It is something wasn't exist before. Just wanted to mention that our Islam put the layers, put the layout and the foundations for these rights, how to defend, how to protect. And not only this, we saw that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asserted and confirmed that point. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam agreed with the old lady that we said that she is related to the nuns. And the old lady, what was her message? After that boy, the young man, pushed her, when he shoved her, what did she say? She said, غَدًا سَتَعْلَمُ يَا غُدَرْ. And tomorrow you are going to know, oh Ghudar. I wish that you got the meaning of Ghudar. Ghudar means, it was an expression, as I told you, like you are the killer, the one who has no mercy. It's an expression in the Arabic language that means that you are angry at somebody and he cheated on you. He deceived you. Ghudar comes from ghadr. Someone, practiced ghadr on you. And not only this, the ghudar also can be the one who is dalim, means the one who is extremely, have the violence in his mind. That is also one of the meanings of ghudar. But let's here talk about something. When the woman was, when she fell and the huge container was broken, she lost the water. But when she stood up, look at the faith in her heart. She was a Christian, by the way. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam approved her statements. That's the case. That is how to respect others. He didn't say, you know what, because she is Christian, no, I will ignore her words. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, each statement he used to say, sadaqat. Sadaqat means she was true. She said the truth. That tells you about the mentality of the Muslim should be. Whenever you hear the truth from anyone, regardless of his color, his religion, his ethnicity, whatever, that's why Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab, one of his famous statements, he said, "Ma jadaltu ahad." I wasn't be in an argument with somebody except that I loved that he will have the truth. the one who is arguing with him. Imagine, you know, sometimes when you argue, Dr. Yusuf argue with me. So I would love that I will win by the end. So I will tell him, you know what? I won the competition. I won the argument. Sayyidina Umar didn't say that. Sayyidina Umar said, I'd love that he will have the truth even better than one of the things here that we wanted to know, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam followed this statement by when he said sadaqat, when he said she said the truth, then he generalized that rule to the entire ummah. And you know, sometimes you think about the young man, you say, why didn't Rasulullah blame him? Why didn't Rasulullah make dua against him? Why didn't Rasulullah curse that person? You know, why didn't he? Never he can. Rasulullah didn't curse anybody, and his awareness was about the entire ummah. He said, how come for a nation does not protect her elders or its elders, it's vulnerable, wa alaikum salam, it's vulnerable to expect that Allah will give it victory. How could you think as a nation, now as a nation, not as an individual, now how could you think as a nation that you are going to be in the victory position if you are not going to bring or to help, to support, and that weak person to rely on you? If you have a widow, how many wives they got oppressed, they got transgressed by their husbands, and nobody could talk. Nobody, you know, most of us, when we get to these points, let's try to hide somewhere. Okay, inshallah, I will try. Then you don't pay attention. Think about this. We know one of the ladies during the time of the Khulafa, the Caliphs, she was in the prison. Someone oppressed her, and she was in the prison of another country, a Muslimah, one Muslimah. Look at the dignity. Look at the how to support the weak people. Because if me and you, we neglected them, then who will be there to support them? Who will be there to support an orphan? Who will be there to support somebody has disability and he has wheelchair or has, you know, some needs and no one could help him? If we, the people of the masjid, suppose we claim that, suppose we are the believers. If the believers didn't stand up, didn't speak up, didn't talk, didn't move to protect them, so who else do you expect that will protect or will support? That Khalifa, that governor or Amir al-Mu'mineen, he had heard about one lady. The Khalifa, his name was Al-Mu'tasim Billah. Al-Mu'tasim Billah. So the lady in the other country, they put her in a jail and she was Muslimah. She was shouting from inside the prison and she said, وَمُعْتَصَمَا. وَمُعْتَصَمَا means, O Mu'tasim, I call you to save me. You know what did he make for one lady? He prepared the army and he fought the other country to save lady, one Muslimah. He invaded the entire country because they oppressed one Muslimah. One Muslimah. No one can touch Muslims at that time. Think about the situation right now. What is happening in Burma, what is happening with the Muslimin in different places. They prevent them from the masajid. They take them, and whoever even shows that he is Muslim, they kill him in some places. Just to call that my religion or my Rabb is Allah. And you know that. So who will be for those people? The minute that we talk right now, we have Muslims, they hide their identity, otherwise they will be killed. We have Muslimat, females, they took off their hijabs, and otherwise they will be known and they will be killed. Nothing make them to take off their hijab except that they are afraid of being killed. How many Muslimin were taken out from their masajid were destroyed. Nowadays, you know what? Sometimes you say, Imam, even though, what can I do? You know, there is a term in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he said, if you saw a person, that's the meaning of the hadith. If you saw a person, he is disobeying Allah, and he said, let me say the term in Arabic, and he said, وَلَمْ يَتَمَعَّرْ وَجْهُهُ, and his face wasn't changed. Means what? If you saw somebody as a Muslim disobeying Allah, or even non-Muslim, or even someone is doing something like doing crime, someone drinking alcohol, someone in a bad relation, someone is disobeying Allah by cursing, by saying bad words. If your face didn't change, means if you are satisfied with what he's doing, if you are accepting, if you are acknowledging, if you are good with him, if your face did not change, means you have something in your iman. Means you have to correct your heart. Means you have to fix your aqidah. Why? Your face did not change. Whenever you see someone is disobeying Allah, at least feel that pain in your heart that somebody is disobeying Allah, and say astaghfirullah. Oh Allah, I know that you do not like this action, and me either, I do not like it. So oh Allah, guide them. That's the least thing. Because we have verses in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is blaming us if we contributed, if we participated with people, they disobey Allah, and we are satisfied with that. Even like you participated in a party and they are drinking alcohol, and mashallah, you know what? You are smiling, dancing, you know, you have no problem with that. Your heart is not even feel pain that there's someone is disobeying Allah. If you have that attitude, that means you have a problem. You have an issue with your iman. I'm talking about someone is drinking alcohol, someone is, you know, cursing, someone is saying bad words, you know. But what about if you saw your brothers in Islam getting killed? What should you feel at that moment? That's the case. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah will not honor the nation if they kept silent, if they didn't talk. If you saw something wrong, someone abuses elders, someone is doing something bad for widows, for orphans, for weak people, for poor, for needy, stand up and talk. Do not keep silent. Because you know why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had cursed the children of Israel? Do you know why? Allah has mentioned this in the Quran. Allah said, because of two reasons. The first one, for their disobedience. And number two, Allah said, كانوا لا يتناهون عن منكر فعلوه. Do you know munkar? Munkar? Something forbidden, okay? Something haram. Allah said, كانوا لا يتناهون. Means they didn't talk to each other to stop that munkar, that haram. They kept silent. Oh Allah, we didn't make something. They did. But Allah will blame you on the day of judgment. Allah will tell you, but you know what? You remained silent. You didn't talk. Why our ummah is the best ummah? You memorize these verses. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس. You are the best ummah was taken out for humanity. Why? The first thing, the first quality, تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر. You enjoin what is good and you forbid what is haram, what is forbidden. That's the case. So may Allah open our minds to know that and to be part of our aqidah. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. So in Islam, Islam is against racism, segregation, discrimination. Islam is against every type of oppression, transgression. Islam told us not to be wrongdoers, not to practice dhulm upon any human being or any of the creation of Allah. Like, let me tell you something. You know what? Most of those who came from different countries other than the United States, you know what? When they came for the first times, for the first years, and they have heard that the USA law, that if you cut a tree, you know what? You have to plant another one, or as what they ask you, 100, 10, whatever. You know who put that law before them? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But you know what? Because we do not know, we do not read our deen, we got amazed. We say, wow, that's something beautiful. If you cut one tree, you have to replace it with one another. I never saw this before. No, you never read that before. You never learned that before. The first one said that rule was the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam 14 centuries ago. That's our Islam. That's why we have to be so proud of our identity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that meaning. Allahumma ameen. Yes, at the time of the war. Yes, at the time of the war, you know, you are in a war. They always tell everything permissible if you are in a war. You got this one? If you are under emergency rule, you can do whatever. Sometimes they might attack your rule, your rights, because we are under emergency sometimes. But in the time of war, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "La taqta'u shajaran." Do not cut a tree. "Wala taqtulu shaykhan." And do not kill an old man. Do not chase ladies. Do not kill ladies. And be aware of the young people, the kids. Okay, now 4 categories. What else? And do not destroy the places of worship, of their worship. That's Rasulullah. And not only this, he said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and if somebody was fighting you, and they gave you their backs, means they are running, they are fleeing. Do not chase them, do not kill them. That's Rasulullah. So who remained now from the whole city? No kids, no women, no elders, just the fighters, the soldiers who decided to kill you. That's it. That's it. If somebody was fighting you, even if he killed your people, and now he surrendered, he threw the gun, he threw the sword, and he said, you know what? I will not kill you anymore. I will not fight you anymore. And he gave you his back. In Islam, do not kill him. Do not even chase him. So may Allah guide us to know these rules, because sometimes I see even the young generation, they do not read, they do not know this information about their religion, and sometimes they try to hide somewhere. Maybe I have something to feel shame about. Allah, you will be so proud if you spread the word about your messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Jazakumullahu khairan. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us. Allahumma ameen. Just wanted to thank our brother Ahmed Aly and his wife. May Allah bless them all. Allahumma ameen. He prepared something for the community. May Allah bless them for the food that they brought. Thank you also for Auntie Maryam for the food that she brought like 2 days ago. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all the community members. We have very wonderful community. May Allah bless them all. Allahumma ameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.